The SOS Manifesto. This is a manifesto. Do with it as you would any other. If you don't agree, turn off your radio or computer. Find something else to listen to for the next 5 minutes. But if you do agree, and we're hoping you do, then take this and spread it around. Your school is on the verge of sucking, Concordia. Your CSU is composed of a majority of cowards who would prefer to hide behind their legal right to remain hidden than expose themselves to the light of public scrutiny. Your university administration has become distant and disillusioned with the students it is there to serve. Your teaching and research assistants union has been overrun by a select few engineers, and this body, intended to represent all TAs and RAs at the school, is now being led by an executive composed of 6 men and 1 woman, 6 engineers, 1 JMSB student, with absolutely no fine arts or arts and science representation. Your school has fallen prey to a subtle disease, one whose effects are truly generational and devastating. The disease is apathy under ignorant rule. Luckily, there is a cure. Concordia used to be a fun place, a place where art and expression lived and breathed, where students could congregate freely and hold events without being subject to draconian scrutiny. Concordia once served as fertile ground for such innovative ideas as free daily vegan lunches, the people's potato, an organic grocery store, le frigo vert, and free on-campus bike shop, a right to move. Concordia used to be all of these things because at the center of it all was a unifying hub in the form of the Concordia Student Union. Now everything is different. Now students can't distribute flyers in the hall building lobby without having the police called on them. Literally. It happened at last week's Cinema Politica screening. Now dissenting students can't voice their outrage over the hypocrisy of our student government without having security being called on them. Now the rife ineptitude of our student government forces groups like the People's Potato to make bilateral agreements with other student organizations just to get the space that they were initially promised by the CSU. Now CSU councillors are demanding that their photos not be taken for the student press. Now, in the EV building, home to one of Canada's best and brightest fine arts schools, student art is not allowed to appear on the walls. Now, in that same building, a string of companies occupies the spaces once promised to students as art galleries. Now, your student representatives are either remaining silent, Mohammed Shuri, or voting in favor of, Walter Chan, charging you an extra $4 per credit, the technology infrastructure fee. That's $120 per year for a full-time student and will generate the university $3 million to compensate for a $10 million shortfall this year. Now a full quarter of that $3 million is going in the pocket of former President Claude Lajeunesse in the form of severance pay. Now, doesn't this seem, well, a little sucky to you? Doesn't this seem like something has gone terribly wrong with our once vibrant, multicultural, multipolitical campus? It's because something is very wrong. We're losing our ability to organize because we're losing student space on campus. As a result, things have not only ground to a halt, they're starting to unravel. And as anyone who has ever broken anything will tell you, it is much harder to rebuild these things when they are lying in pieces. But fear not, it's not too late, and never is. We've compiled for your consideration a short list of renegade activities that just might save us from the institutional doldrums that lie in wait. Tips to save Concordia. Tape this manifesto to as many surfaces on campus as possible. Go to the next CSU council meeting and video important excerpts with your cell phone. Post them anonymously on YouTube and send the address in the form of a letter to the student press. They will publish it. At 3 p.m. on the first Tuesday of every month, go to the EV building and cover the walls in colorful, hand-drawn art. Go in droves and be diligent about it. Use superglue. While you're at it, tape up a few more copies of this manifesto. Videotape people tearing down the beautiful art and post the footage on YouTube. Contact Matthew Murphy Perron, CSU VP Loyola and Sustainability, and give him your support. Tell him how pissed off you are at the sucky school we are becoming. He's an artist and a good man and should be more vocal with his true feelings about what's happening in his government. Take back any space on campus however you can. Bring people in costume, poster, sit. Discuss this with your professors. Get them to put pressure on their faculty representatives at Concordia's Board of Governors. Start a discussion forum online. Too late, we already did. Go to http://sosconcordia.blogspot.com. Let this serve as just one of the commons where people can air their concerns and organize around issues that are important to students. And lastly, talk to your friends about this. We're not kidding. Do these things. Do many more. Use the forum to plan them. Take back your school before it's taken from you completely. As for the rest of you, you know who you are. The Noah Stewarts, Angelica Novoas, and Stephen Rosenshines of our university. Or you, future Claude Lajeunesse, and the rest of your out-of-touch ilk. Know this. We are watching, and we are very, very upset with you. Sincerely, SOS. SOSconcordia@gmail.com